pleasure.
Now I know you have some samples up here.
Yes. I'd love, if any of you are interested, I have two things to sample. One is, and this relates, you could kind of tie it back to your question about soy. One of the ubiquitous forms of soy is as a protein, a powder. It's an isolate often, and it's used in a variety of meal replacement drinks. It's used in a variety of packaged foods. So this is from, it's a plant-based protein. It's from organic pea, and it's grown, harvested, and manufactured in the U.S., which is, there's no other pea protein on the market that can make that claim. A pea, or a legume, has an outer pod and an inner pod, and we talk about nutrients, but you can also talk about anti-nutrients. Certain foods don't want to be digested because they want to reproduce. So like a bird will eat a seed, it doesn't actually digest the seed, it excretes it, and then that seed now has the fertilizer so it can grow into a new plant, right? So this removes the outer pod of the legume, which has the preponderance of the anti-nutrients, yet with the inner pod you've got the beneficial nutrients that the pea can provide. So it's much better tolerated. And then we include, some might argue that we don't need more protein in our diet, but what we do need is more fiber. So we include a prebiotic fiber, different types of fiber. That's a different discussion. But I mentioned at the beginning, a probiotic is a microorganism, it's a bacteria in the body that brings benefit to the host, and for which the host provides benefit as well. The prebiotic is the food that these probiotics thrive on, that they need to proliferate and basically reproduce within the gastrointestinal tract. So we added prebiotic to this organic protein. We have it in chocolate and vanilla, and I'm happy to pour, or Kaylin can help me pour samples of these. So if you are considering adding a healthy protein to your diet, or an additional source of protein, or you just want variety, this could be used in a smoothie or as a standalone protein supplement. It's a good way to both get a healthy protein but also the essential fiber that helps the healthy microorganisms to proliferate within the gut. The other two samples that I'll leave here is a probiotic that includes, here we have the prebiotic in the drink. Here we have a prebiotic combined in the capsule with the probiotic. So you get the, we call this the entourage effect. It's a symbiotic relationship, meaning both, there's benefit for both, right? So a simple way to get your daily dose of probiotics while getting while providing the nutrients needed for those probiotics to actually flourish in the body. And then, as I talked about cognitive health, here are samples of a probiotic that is backed by clinical trials that was designed to target mood and affect disorders. Within 3 weeks, there's a 28% improvement in sadness, anger and madness, depression, and other what are kind of generically referenced as mood and affect disorders. So you could think of specific diagnoses, or it could be just a general propensity that one might struggle with toward not a diagnosed depression, but depressive-like tendencies, or a flat affect, or a negative recurring thought cycles, these kinds of things. And the mechanism of action here is what I mentioned earlier, the gut-brain axis. So by supporting that, and the right strains of beneficial bacteria that have a direct impact on cognitive health, we can see a change in these outcomes measured in just a 3-week period of time. So a sachet is an individual serving. You can just mix it in a liquid and drink it. At this point, it would be more to test the mouthfeel and the taste. You're not going to know there's a difference with one sachet, but one box you would. So please, I'll put these out. And then here's a nice visual of the gut-brain axis. Technical term is the HPA axis. So if you want to take this brochure and read about it, it's just a nice way to reinforce some of the concepts that were shared today.
Thank you. Can we give a round of applause?
Thank you for your time.
We will be in the office if you have questions or if you pick anything up afterwards. If you did not get to sign in, please do so. We will send follow-up materials through the email address that you write down. And if you want to come form a line, you can come grab your supplies to take home with you or to try if you would like. Thank you all for coming.
Hey, Kaylin, when's the next talk and what's it going to be?
Our next talk is the second Saturday in January, and that talk is all about fatigue. So I love that you mentioned your favorite sleep book today, and Dr. Lex will be speaking about fatigue at that talk.
And if it's cold, we won't be outside. I think we got a beautiful day today.
We keep getting lucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, that was wonderful.
Oh,
I learned so much. I was like taking notes of my phone the whole time.
I would never